Hello, this is Marwar Luigi with a update unboxing video and sort of a uh, retrospective of one of my favorite developers, Monolith Soft. Now, I'm a little late to the party. I got my box right here for the definitive edition of Xenoblade Chronicles, and I'm looking forward to replaying this masterpiece again. But before we do that, I just want to give you a little insight as to the games that came out and were developed by Monolith Soft. I don't have all of them. I don't have the Dragon Ball Z game, which is pretty expensive for the DS, nor do I have like the Xenosaga 1 and 2 for DS that was only released in Japan, or Disaster uh, what is it? What was that? What was that one game that's only released in Europe? Someone let me know. Uh, anyway, it all started with Tetsuya. I can't remember what's his name. The developer or the original artist for Final Fantasy VII actually got a project to greenlighted by Squaresoft to develop this really great game, Xenogears. I haven't played it, nor have I played Xenosaga 1 through 3, because I started out with the original Xenoblade Chronicles, and I'm trying to finish Xenoblade Chronicles X, and I want to get started on Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Now, this was a very ambitious game for the time. The battle mechanics were very fluid. They were excellent. The story was incredible, and just an overall fantastic game. Now, the game was really ambitious, wanting to span like 5 different or 7 different games with story in mind, and that was really ambitious. But because of the lack of funding. Oh wait, that was for Xenosaga. They wanted to span like 7 games worth of story, but because of the time constraints for the original Xenogears and the budget constraints, they had to kind of rush Disc 2. It was a very ambitious game. And it still holds up. It has a strong yet loyal following, and I can't wait to play this one day. Now, Xenosaga came out, and Monolith Soft was founded by the original director of Xenogears, and then they were bought by Namco. Now, they spanned 3 games. The first one, Xenosaga, which did really pretty well, actually, financially and commercially. Oh wait, commercially and critically, excuse me. And then Xenosaga 2 came out. It didn't do as well. The battle mechanics were a little bit criticized, and the game did not perform financially well. And then Xenosaga 3 came out in 2006. Now, this one is the more expensive and desired of the Xenosaga games, because it's considered the overall best one. The story was a little rushed, but the battle mechanics and the overall gameplay were considered the best of the series. Now, finding this game because of Xenoblade Chronicles special definitive edition, this game's jumped up in price to like $70. I don't know how much these jumped up, if they jumped up, but I know this one's always been expensive. And there's actually a limited holographic version that I guess was a pre-order exclusive. I don't know. And then there was a Xenosaga 2 bonus disc for pre-ordering Xenosaga 2. You got a preview for it. I don't have that, nor do I have the rest of the guides for Xenosaga and Xenogears and Xenosaga 2 and 3. I want to get those eventually, but they're very expensive, especially the Xenogears guide. Now, for a game this big and expansive, you might want to get the guide. And being a completionist such as myself, I want to get everything in the game. I want to see what the developers crammed into this game and how much heart and soul they put into it, so that I can take it for its worth and play as how the developers fully intended. They also did a side project, Batten Kaitos. Batten Kaitos or Batten Kaitos, I can't remember, but these were, I believe, card playing games or card role playing games. They were received okay, but because of the exclusivity of the GameCube and the obscurity, it didn't do so well. There was actually a Toys R Us version of this game with a bonus soundtrack, which finding the bonus soundtrack is not easy. Batten Kaitos Origins came out in 2006, late 2006, around the time Twilight Princess was released, so this did not sell well at all. It had a low print run, and it's always been one of the harder games to find for GameCube. It's one of the last published games from Nintendo on the GameCube. So, yeah, I need to get a chance to play these games too. Now, that's not the main series I got hooked onto. Now we have Xenoblade Chronicles. Nintendo, because of the financial because of the lack of financial success, commercial success these games had, Namco decided to drop Monolith Soft as a developer. So then Nintendo actually picked them up, which I think is one of the best moves they made. One of the best recent moves they've ever made. One of the worst is actually dropping Rareware and not picking them up, because my gosh, they had such good IPs, and Microsoft is doing so terribly with them. They're just mishandling them so bad. But here's Xenoblade Chronicles. Now, this wasn't going to be Xenoblade. It was actually going to be Monado, the legendary sword. But Satoru Iwata actually recommended that, to put face into the original Xeno series, they put Xeno in the title and call it Xenoblade. Now, this was supposed to be their magnum opus. You're on the two Titans, the Mechonis and the Bionis, and you are trying to get revenge. I won't spoil too much, but it's an amazing amazing characters, great dialogue, incredible dubbing, especially by Adam Howden, the voice for Shulk. I mean, his screams, compared to Xenoblade Chronicles 2's voice acting, his voice direction, the voice direction in that game is so good. Now, this wasn't originally supposed to come out outside of Japan. It got translated by Nintendo of Europe, by these small-time British voice actors, and they did a fantastic job. But Nintendo of America, this is where it gets interesting. They did not want to they did not have any plans to release this game outside of Japan or Europe. And there was a sort of a group that a fundme or a campaign called Operation Rainfall, where there were 3 RPGs in Japan that they wanted to release because of the lack of role-playing games in North America for the Wii, and this is one of them. Nintendo kept getting emails. They kept delaying it. They didn't think it was going to be financially successful. And so finally, GameStop decided, hey, we're going to bring this over here, but it's going to be a GameStop exclusive, and it's going to be very limited. So they didn't really have much faith moving this over to North America, or bringing this over to North America. And so it was a GameStop exclusive. It sold out pretty quickly. I remember that. I remember Skyward Sword coming out, and then this game as well, and there was hardly any copies. Now, I did not pre-order this game, but I got this on eBay a while ago. Now, if you pre-order this game, you got this nice art book, the character art. There's all the protagonists. And there's Metal Face right there. You know, I'm not really spoiling much, considering this game came out 10 years ago, actually 8 years ago in North America. So I'm not really spoiling too much. But you got this nice textured art book, and yeah, what a nice pre-order bonus. Eventually, they released Xenoblade Chronicles 3D. This game actually did very well in North America. It just sold out, and then they reprinted it, and it sold out again. And I'll tell you what, this is one of my favorite games of all time. One of my favorite games. I mean, I suck at RPGs, especially role-playing turn-based RPGs, but this is a strategy action RPG, and yeah, I it's a collector's dream. It's a completionist dream. You got collectathon, you got a collectopedia, you got so many freaking side quests. You don't have to grind the game. Just do the story, do the side quests. I'm begging you, kill the unique monsters, level up your party. Just, it rewards you for exploring and completing the game to its fullest, and it's so rewarding. I have nothing but praise for this game, and it's just, I played the original 3DS version. I couldn't get the Wii version because of how bad or limited the print run was, but this game was ported over to the new 3DS. Now, you could only play this in the new 3DS because of the processor in it. And I got a new 3DS. I didn't have a 3DS until 2015. And then I decided, hey, might as well get the new 3DS XL. And yeah, it brought me, I got this game. I was like, you know what? I'll try it. And I just couldn't put it down. It's just so engrossing, and it's a shame not many people played this game before, before even the Switch version or even this 3DS version. They didn't even play. Not many people played it before Smash Ultimate or Smash Brothers for Wii U came out, or 3DS. That's what introduced many people to Xenoblade, and yeah, thank you. Thank you, Sakurai. Now, this game right here, I've been playing until I got this definitive edition from Best Buy, and it overwhelmed me. The game got delayed till like 2015, and I'll tell you what, the only complaint I have is the battle system. I just cannot figure it out. There's break, there's topple. I mean, that was in the original game, but then you have tension. I still am trying to get used to it. And then doing the overdrive, it's really tricky. And then I got the special edition right here, and this is really cool. If the same amount of, care, or the same amount of, the same quality and content that came out in this version, the North American special edition, like it did for the definitive edition over in Europe, I wouldn't have any trouble, buying the game, the definitive edition. But this is an awesome collector's edition, and it comes with huge art book, the game, the lithograph, and then this digital soundtrack resembling, I guess, what is it called? What is that computer called? It ties all the Xeno series. Anyway, this game came out pretty late in the Wii U's life, and it was delayed and delayed. And it's a really complete game. It's really, really deep. And there's so many mechanics that go into it, such as the data probes, the skells. I mean, you're on foot, you're trying to figure out the battle system. You think the game has a lot of content, especially the world of Mira, the planet Mira is just incredibly large. And there's like uranium deposits. There's like over 250 different tyrants, they call them, not unique monsters. It's just a massive, massive game. But this is why you get the collector's or the strategy guide, and this is a collector's edition guide. This thick boy right here is over 500 pages, and you need this, in order to get 100%. I'm over 100 hours in the game. I haven't even completed. I've only completed 8 of the 12 chapters in the game. It's that engaging. I mean, you could play this for years and still not get everything I mean, this is a whole map. This is just one map, and this is all the data probes, right? All the data. It's just it's overwhelming. I can't even speak. But yeah, try if you have a Wii U. This is cheap. This is like $20. It's worth your time. I'm still learning from this. Then Xenoblade Chronicles 2 came out. I was like, okay, I haven't touched this game because of the amount of time it took. I was still in college. And you know what? This is a direct sequel to Xenoblade Chronicles. And over time it got updated. This is a very good, interesting game. It uses blades and drivers, and I like the protagonist. I like Nia. I like Morag, and I like Zeke especially. I like Rex, but I don't know. It was kind of rushed. The voice acting, the voice direction wasn't the best, especially his screaming. But it got better at the end. I'll tell you that. Of course, I got the special edition, and funny story. This one came from Best Buy, and I'll get later on to why they're hit or miss. But this came from a plane from Las Vegas, Nevada, over to Louisville, Kentucky, and then over to a plane in Harrisburg, which is incredible. It took 50 minutes from the time it came to the ground and then the time it went onto a plane. I tracked the order. I was just that excited for it. Of course, I got the special edition controller too, which these are really rare and really expensive. I was hesitant on getting that, but I decided, hey, what the hell? It looks cool. And you know what? My controller right here, it's actually a one of a kind. Now you see the pastel green coloring right here? It's not on the A button. Yeah, it's not on the A button. So this was a manufacturing error. This A button is the only one that's not colored like the rest of this frame right here. I have a one-of-a-kind Pro controller. It's kind of awesome. Now, The game came out with a lot of updates before. There was going to be another story mission like a year after the original came out. It came up with updates like challenge mode and customization for the game's difficulty. I mean, the game was pretty good, but then they just updated it so that way uh, there's endless possibilities. It's a great game, and the way it ties to the original Xenoblade Chronicles, especially at the end, I'm not going to ruin it, but it's quite unique. It's really it's really incredible. I mean, this is one of the best stories I've ever seen. Better than Xenoblade Chronicles, believe it or not, in my opinion. Now, Xenoblade Chronicles, the prequel for that 500 years before the events of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, where Rex becomes Pyra's driver and Mythra's driver. This took place 500 years before, and stopping Malos during that war, that Aegis War. Yeah, this is a great prequel, and if you play the original Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and you still don't understand the story, this will sort things out a lot, actually. So give this a go. It's worth the extra money. Finding a physical copy, I thought this would be more rare and collectible, but who knows? Time will tell, but I'm glad I got this. I still haven't finished this. I'm almost done. It's just I need to get that one last boss. That level 100. Ugh, God. And here's the piece de resistance of this video. Oh, I didn't even mention. These are all notes. These are all notes of like the items in the pouches. Like what items work best. I took notes. Rex, Nia, what they like. Also, the blade combos right here. I handwritten these. And also the Xenoblade. I'm such a geek and I'm such a completionist fool that I actually printed this full affinity chart right here. I wanted to get full affinity. I mean, and affinity links right here. And yeah, you could say I'm nuts, but... And also the achievements right here. And the missions. Which ones are branching and which ones are not. Here's the here's all the check marks I have for the achievements. Yeah, this... I love these games. There's so much content. And if it was EA or Microsoft, or not Microsoft, if it was Ubisoft or EA, this would be hundreds of dollars worth of DLC. These games, each one of them would be hundreds of dollars worth of DLC. But yet Nintendo, I think they have the shit together where it's like, okay, you're going to make this game, but you're not going to charge a consumer a fuck ton of money, you know, for the useless shit. You're going to put it in the game for what it's worth. And I couldn't be happier. I hate DLC, paid DLC. It's such a waste. It's just a bad cash grab. Now, here's what we've been all waiting for. Now, this is kind of a rant or kind of a complaint I have with Best Buy as of recently. This game, it cost me $80 to get it shipped, and because of the COVID-19, I can't really return it. But look at the packing job. Now, I worked in a warehouse, and packaged a bunch of expensive materials for a tablet, phone, watch company. I won't say who it was due to confidentiality, but this would never fly. I mean, these are supposed to be inflated. This is what it came in. Now, the game was delayed till today. I was supposed to receive it on Friday, but it didn't arrive into Harrisburg until 8:30, past the cutoff time for getting onto the truck. So I had to wait an extra 3 days, and this is the fault of UPS as well. You need to inflate this, Best Buy. You need to package this. People are paying money. They want nice collector's editions. And I'm surprised it didn't even get all that damaged up. But I had a little bit of a quarrel because one side just got all scratched, and yeah, that devalues and ruins the box a little bit. And I have a problem with that. When you're paying that much money for an expensive game, and you want it in nice condition, you can't pack it like this. And UPS, this has a UN3481, a battery label sticker, so you would think they would take more care and pride into handling the package, but no. Nah. It's a fault of both UPS and Best Buy. So just try to pick it up in the store as much as you can. I mean, all considering the situation, it's kind of hard to nowadays, but don't do this. Package it. Take care. Treat the product as if you're buying it. Now I'm going to unbox this, actually open this for the first time. I'm sorry, this video took way too long, but I'm just, I love this series of games, and there we go. Now Europe got they got a record, and they got the soundtrack, partial soundtrack. Japan got the full soundtrack, but all we got is the art book and just a regular standard version of the game. It's like, come on. I know it's a hardcover art book, but still, I want the damn vinyl. I mean, that sucks. Here we go. Look at this art book. There's the Bionis, and there's the Mechanis. Two titans fighting each other, fighting in an endless battle. And yes, I'm going to open this art book. Pause with me. Here it is. Oh, I don't need this anymore. There it is, Tetsuya Takahashi. Couldn't remember his last name. And there's that pre-order art book bonus art right there. There's Shulk. I love the redesign. And you use old art on the side too. Shulk's a scientist. This is the first time I'm looking at it, obviously. That's all of his outfits. And the good thing about this game, the definitive edition that they added was in the original options, you could do for Xenoblade Chronicles X, you could actually Oh, there's Fiora. Oops, spoiler. Did not mean to. But you could actually do fashion art or fashion gear. So you can wear different gear, but then have fashion gear be completely different from the way you like it. If you want the character to look a certain way, but want the attributes of the armor that you actually equipped, you can do that. That's awesome. These are all of her different mechan armor. There's Rhine. Now it's Rhine time. I'm not sure what I think of the design for Rhine in this game. But he's still a lovable goof that from the original Xenoblade Chronicles. This is just page 47. Wow. There's Sharla. I don't know how she puts up with Juju. And then people are saying, oh, well, female protagonists in this game aren't that strong. Look at Sharla, Melia, and Fiora. Those are about as strongest female protagonists you're going to see in any game. And sure, Sharla is thick as a bowl of oatmeal, but that doesn't change the fact that her personality and her character development is just outstanding. There's Dunban. Dun? This is why you pre-order, or this is why you get the special edition. This shows how much work is actually put into this game, into these games. There's Melia. Now, I didn't spoil myself to I forgot to mention that this game comes with the Future Connected, which I didn't spoil myself to any of it. Melly! Rhine is smelly or Luga. Oh man. This is everybody's favorite Hereupon. Ricky! You know, now you can play the game in Japanese or English, but I think the Japanese casting for, say, Dunman does not match his character like it does in the American version. Or Ricky. I don't know. Ricky sounds like this stereotypical high-pitched kid, but in this, it actually sounds unique. Ricky mad! I can't do it. Oh my god. that outfit. It's spiked volleyball. I love it. Oh my. Hereupon Ricky bestest! Oh my gosh, the memes in this game are just... Oh... I'm really feeling them. Oh my gosh. He looks like a pineapple. I don't remember this outfit. He's like Chief Dunga. He's like Chief Dunga mixed with a pineapple. It's Tyria, which she's in a certain mission which actually has voice acting. The only one that really does have voice acting. There's Nene and Kino, which are supposedly like Sharla and Rhine. I don't know the there's Alvis. He becomes pretty important in the Xeno universe, the story arc. And Dixon. If you play Xenoblade, you'll just be shaking your head. I love this character, but my god. Mumcar. Yeah, kind of. And then there's Gato, true hero. With Theron, wish he had more development, but and then there's everybody's lovable. There's everybody's goof that messes up. Juju. I like to call them Juji fruits. There's Saurian, Antiqua, Umea. Now, here's one of the best villains in any game. I won't spoil anything why he's so good, but he's so personal. I mean, compared to other villains in any other game or any other series or any other forms of media, he's so well written. You actually connect to him. You feel sorry for him. There's Callian, there's Manus, Lady Manus, Mikol, Nada, there's a Hyentia, there's Chief Dunga, and there's Zanza. There's the Pond Specters, which I don't know too much about. I'll have to play Future Connected. There's the enemies. Oh god. Is that the Avalanche Abyssy right there? Oh. Or the Demon King Dragonia. There's Bunnivs and Bunnets. Oh man. Is this the original art for the game, or is this the definitive edition's art? I don't know. There's what does it start? It starts with a Raga or Roka. There's oh crap. It's been a while since I played this game. Oh, that's a Rana. And this is an Armu. Yes, there we go. There's a Turkin. There's the Orlugas. And there's those things. There's Caterpiles. Oh, that thing. Oh, yeah. Yeah. If you level up, it's pretty piss easy, actually. There's an X. No, that's not an X. There's a Flammy. Oh, God. Is that Canyon Valencia or the, Rogel? Wait a minute. Is that the Rogel or is that the Rogel? Can't remember. Ryan is smelly or Luga? Oh, there's that thing. There's an X right here. EKS. Oh, this guy, I cannot... he's a super boss. So you level up to level 99, but there's a couple super bosses at like level 100, level 105. This guy's at level 114. Blizzard Belzegost, I think. My god. Oh, there's a Dinosaurus. Those get pretty difficult with... And there's a... shit. Ah! These things. Arachnos. And Skeeters and these guys. Stormy Balagon, that guy's a pain. There's a Mechon. I hate these things. These things do a ton of damage, And one of the unique monsters is like you need to heal. Ugh. These guys are not that difficult. These Mechon. Pretty much just do Monado arts or what is it? Monado enchant, and then just go to town with these guys. There's more high Antia enemies. I accept that. That's Mechon. There's Metal Face. There's Zord. Believe it or not, Venom from Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was actually the same voice actor, has the same voice actor for Zord. And I think he did Mooey Mooey as well. That guy's incredible. Look at the art. Just the amount of detail and the amount of pencil etchings. I'm no artist. Oh, there's Jadeface. Oh, man. And there's Yaldabaoth, the strongest Mechon ever built. And all I say bullshit to you, because you'll have that ancient Daedala. That's a level 105. Oh, interesting. They did the separate segments for Yaldabaoth. Wow. Well, you'll realize who this is. And I've listened to a lot of their rearranged music. It's actually pretty good. Some of the instrument choices they changed kind of, you know, it kind of ruined the mood or the overall somberness of some of the tunes, especially Satchel Marsh Night. I don't know why it is, but the choir is not as deep and hypnotic and somber as in the original one. There's the Mechonis, the Bionis. And this is the original models that they had that I guess the employees thought of originally, and then Tetsuya thought this is a great idea and then revolved the game around it. Like I said, this is going to be their magnum opus. There's a future connected. Oh, wow. Is that supposed to be Gower Plains or the Bionis leg? Here's the original art for Satchel Marsh. Is that Dunban's house? Yes, it is. Look at that. There's a fallen Mechon arm. And there's where you set free Zanza or Arglass. And look at this. You know, that kind of reminds me of Xenoblade Chronicles 2's artwork. See the special edition right here? Look at the similarities. I think that's a pretty cool touch. Here's the weapons. There's the Monado, the original form, and the double-edged sword. Oh, look at that. Find your Monado. Look at all of these. The junk drivers and spears. Oops. Yeah, for an extra 20 bucks, I mean, this is not bad, but I would have paid 20 more bucks for the fucking vinyl. Hell, Japan got a soundtrack. Are this weapons for future connected? Damn. Oh, there's the turret guns protecting Colony 6 or Colony 9. There's a good mechanic. It's called the Ether Crystal machine. I can change the future. And there's Junks. There's a high Entia ship. More Mechon. And storyboards. Oh, this is a different material. Look at that. I actually haven't seen this. Oh, that's so cool. Look at that. A little bit of Japanese kanji. Now, is that the original design of a Shulk? Or Dunban? Wow. Oh man, that is so cool. Oh, there's... He's a legendary hero pawn introduction. I do recognize that scene. What am I, some Gato substitute? I could look at this art book all day and I'm getting way over time. Is that Eggle? Oh, what is that? Huh. Oh, there's... I recognize that. Pretty impressive. 255 pages. Ooh. I didn't even see this part thing. It's a book holder right there. That's a nice touch. Then you have the game. Man, my unprofessionalism is showing. Oh, look at this. But I'm seriously jealous of the Europeans and Japanese. I really wanted that full soundtrack or the freaking vinyl. I mean, come on. They got a poster with it too. How do you open this thing without... Ah, just like that. Look at this. Not for resale. In all its glory. So yeah, 50-minute video. I'm sorry if you saw all the way through this, I praise you. But this was a treat for me mostly, so anyway. I'll have to play this masterpiece, and I'll let you know about my thoughts about it later. Take care.